I still hear complaints from people that they're having difficulty making the computer print out their order of service for Sunday morning worship so that it comes out organized like a proper booklet. It's really an easy process to do if you're using Microsoft Office. Let me show you how to do that so that it's a painless exercise in just typing up your Sunday bulletin. Let's start by getting Microsoft Office, Microsoft Word up and running. Microsoft Office opens up asking you what you want to start with, a template that they've already got there, or just a blank document. And we're going to start with just a normal, blank, letter-sized page, a blank document. I'm using Microsoft Office on this computer, Microsoft Office 2016. This process will work in exactly the same way as I'm showing you now on all versions of Microsoft Office from 2003 to present day. And so it's a case of going ahead and typing up your bulletin. I want to show you though that if I look at layout, you can see when I check size of paper that it's letter size, 8.5 by 11 letter size paper in its normal mode, like you would put it into a typewriter. And so let's go ahead then and type up our document. I'm going to use the magic of technology to instantly type my whole document. There, I've got all of my typing done, and my document is ready to be organized as a booklet. Let me show you what it looks like on 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper. This is the only page, the title page, the outside cover, that I want very specific things. And so you'll notice that my document goes to a brand new page to begin the stuff that's going to be inside my order of service. And all I've done is just typed one line after another until I've gotten to the bottom of the page, the first page, and then I've gone, let it keep on going, and I just keep on typing until I have everything I want in my bulletin. And I'm using up 4 pieces of 8.5 by 11 paper. I know the numbers on the page say 1, 2, 3, but the 4th page is this cover page. Just to show you that I haven't made any other changes, I'm going to take a look at the size of paper, and you can see that it's a letter size page that I'm using and typing on. But now I want to go ahead and turn it into a booklet so that when I print it out, it's going to print out in its proper order, starting with the cover page and putting everything in its proper place, its proper order in the great scheme of things. That's really simple to do. I'm on the ribbon here. You notice we say it's the home position. Well, what we want to do is go back to this layout button, and we want to go to this section, this cluster of activities here called Page Setup. And I'm going to click on this little button here, and it's bringing up information about the page. I can see what my margins are set at, and I can tell what paper I'm using here, and I can look at the layout in a number of pages. But the page that's really important is this one, Margins. Because in this little box right here in the center called Pages, I want to create multiple pages. And so I want to create a bookfold. When I click on Bookfold, the preview image will change and show you what's happening with the document that we've just typed. It's taken the page and turned it on its side, and now it's going to show me my document reorganized into page 1, 2, 3, 4 to create a booklet. Let's just say OK. Now when I scroll through my document, I can see that there's my visitor page, there's page 1, here's page 2, here's page 3, the last page. And you'll notice everything fits neatly within those 4 pages. If I were to make this a little bit smaller, we might be able to see it more easily as a 4-page document. There we go. So you can see that here's the cover page, page 1, page 2, page 3. Now I want to tell the computer to go ahead and print that. I'm going to print it today on Joy's printer. So let's go and say print. Here's where I'm going to choose the right printer. And we have in this house a number of printers to choose from, but we're going to use this one. And I want to print all pages, but in this case I want to print double-sided. So I'm going to print on both sides of the page, but I want it to turn the paper on the short edge. This is the short edge here, and so it will be right side up if I choose both sides short edge. I want it to be collated. I want it to come out in the proper order. So cover and the back page on one side and pages 1 and 2 on the other side. You notice I'm using letter size paper. It's called landscape orientation. That means the paper has been turned on its long edge. And we'll see what it's going to print out as. So now I can tell it how many copies I want to print. Oh, for this Sunday we need about 21 copies of it. And I'll click on print. So here we are. We've gone from this 8.5 by 11 page that I printed on both sides, so you could see that I'm not pulling any strings here. That's what I showed you on the screen just a bit ago. And when I told the computer to print it as a booklet, here's what it did. So here is page 1, the cover page, pages 1 and 2, and on the back, page 3. Simple little book fold on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. I didn't do anything more than tell the computer to print it that way after I typed it up as if it were an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So, nice and simple.